Hello everybody, my name is Sophie and welcome to my book nook. As you can see, we're not in my room. It's nice outside. It's spring, finally. I thought I would never get here. I wanted to come outside and enjoy the weather, so here we are. Today, I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite things, Percy Jackson. We're going to talk about the musical, we're going to talk about the books, we're going to talk about all the reasons why I love it. So, let's just do this. I started reading Percy Jackson when I was 13 years old. The reason that I got into the books was that I found the first 4 at a local thrift shop, and they were like $1 a piece. So I bought them, and then I read them, and I fell in love with them. I loved the story, I loved the writing, I loved all of the characters, especially Percy and Grover and Annabeth. I don't know, I can't try to name my top. Percy and Grover are equal, and then Annabeth, and then, well, actually, put Percy, Grover, top. Then Annabeth and Tyson, number 2. And then, like, everybody else is equal for 3rd. Yeah, let's just say that. So, that's how I got into the Percy Jackson series, and then I read the rest of the books, and I fell even more in love with them, and they've been my favorite books for about 6 years. And I think they're going to be my favorite book series for a very long time. It's gonna have to take something really absolutely amazing to overtake Percy Jackson and the Rick Riordan verse of stories away from being my top favorite. About 3 years ago, I read the entire Percy Jackson series to my little cousin, which makes them even more special to me because I got to introduce her to my favorite series, and now it's one of her favorite series. And when she got her own library card, the first book she checked out was Percy Jackson, which just made me so proud. I love the diverse characters. They have all different backgrounds, all different personalities. They're just so different, and I think that's one of the reasons that makes the story so amazing and makes them so loved by so many people, is because pretty much everybody can relate to at least one character in one of Rick Riordan's books. If there isn't a character that you can't relate to, you're going to be able to eventually, because he's always adding more. He's always writing. I hope he never stops writing. I didn't really think out this video, I just knew that I wanted to talk about it, so I'm kind of going on a whim here. I think one of the biggest reasons why Percy Jackson matters so much to me is more so the people that I have met through it. And that mostly has to do with the Lightning Thief musical. As you can see, I have my shirt on. I also have my Percy Jackson bracelet from Litjoy Crate and a Percy Jackson necklace that you guys can't really see. It's a trident. I got this from my best friend. So, everybody knows the Percy Jackson movies are terrible adaptations. They're not bad movies, they're just absolutely awful adaptations. Then I found out about the Lightning Thief musical in December of 2016. And I thought, what? I was skeptical, guys. And then I watched Christmas Carol singing, and I knew that we had to go see it. And I showed my mom, and my mom was amazed, and she agreed that we had to go see it. I got to see it on its off-Broadway run, which was incredible. When we got there were so many people in Camp Half-Blood t-shirts. I got to talk to a lot of people about Percy Jackson. I just felt so at home. And then watching the musical was the most incredible thing. And then I got to go to the stage door, and I got to meet all of the cast. I got a picture with Chris McCarroll, which was like, I was happy about it. And then I was wearing my homemade Camp Half-Blood necklace that I had made, and Kristen Stokes thought it was so cool and that she really needed one, and I was like, hey, well, what if I made you guys some? And then I did. I spent like the next week after I got home working on making Camp Half-Blood necklaces for the whole cast, and then I sent them to them, and then it was just for my birthday, and Kristen Stokes took a picture of everybody wearing their necklaces and tweeted it to me, wishing me happy birthday so I could see everybody wearing their necklaces, and that was just so cool. Speaking of which, the only reason I got Twitter in the first place was because of the Lightning Thief musical. Once we saw the musical, I convinced my parents to let me get Twitter just so I could tweet to the Lightning Thief musical. And because of that, because I have Twitter, I'm in a group chat of Percy Jackson of the Lightning Thief musical fans. They're some of the sweetest girls I know. I have made just so many friends because of this musical. It's insane to me. And then Twitter opened up the world of BookTube. Though I probably would have found out about BookTube regardless, but if I wasn't on Twitter, I wouldn't have known as well, and I wouldn't know people as well. This is one of my, this over here is my signed poster that I got when I saw the Off-Broadway musical. I got it signed by all of the cast. It is the pride and joy of my room, and I have it on my wall, so that way I see it first thing in the morning every day when I wake up. And that's not even the end of the story, guys, because I went to go see the musical again a few months ago in Massachusetts. And while I was there, I think I showed you guys this before, but while I was there, I got my illustrated edition of Percy Jackson signed by the cast. Also, the first time I saw the musical, I got an additional poster signed by the cast for my best friend, and then when I saw the second time, I got a playbill signed for my friend Bailey, because I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to go, and then I sent it out to him in Texas. Because I met him through Twitter, because of the Lightning Thief musical. It's just, ugh! My life would not be the same if I had never picked up those books. If I had never picked up Percy Jackson at the thrift store, my life would not be the same. It just wouldn't be. I would still have all of my IRL friends, but I've had so many incredible experiences because of Percy Jackson with my in real life friends. After I saw the musical the first time, I did a Percy Jackson fandom day at my library. I took pictures and tweeted it to the Lightning Thief musical and also to Rick Riordan. And while we were there at this fandom day with all of my friends, Rick Riordan retweeted my post. He quote tweeted it, so he actually said stuff to me. And me and my friends were all freaking out together, which was so much fun. I went to go see the Lightning Thief musical the second time with my best friend, and it was one of the best days of my life. Without Percy Jackson, I would not know as many people as I do now. I wouldn't get to talk to them about all the incredible things that are Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson has put so many people in my life, and my life wouldn't be the same without it. That's just a fact. There are certain things in our lives that if we hadn't made just that one choice, our lives would be so much different, and Percy Jackson is one of those things for me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else Percy Jackson related that I can tell you guys. I think that's about it. I want to know how Percy Jackson has affected your lives, and more so, I want to know what that one thing is that if you hadn't made a certain decision, your life would be so much different. Tell me. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you like to listen to me talking about books and all that stuff, because that's what I do. And I think that's it, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!